Hi everyone, this is Laurie, and I'm going to be showing you how to create a template that you can then assign to every student so that they each get their own copy. So I'm in my example classroom right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the classwork page because you always put in all your assignments in the classwork page. I'm going to click on Create, and then I'm going to click on Assignment. I'm going to put in a title, and I'm actually not going to put any instructions here, and that is optional, and you will see why. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to create a document that every student can then get their own copy. So I'm going to click on Create. I use Add if I already have created this in Google Drive, but I'm going to click on Create here, and I'm going to click on Docs. It's going to be a simple document. And what that does is it opens a separate tab with my document. So here's my blank document. I'm going to go ahead and give it a name. And then I'm going to click down in the body here, and I can go ahead and type whatever I want. But what I always suggest that you do is that you put the instructions here. And that way, students don't have to go back and forth between Google Classroom and this document. They can just see the instructions on the document. And I always suggest that you put for your first instruction, do not erase these instructions. Okay. And number 2, it would be the writing prompt. Okay, whatever that would be. Maybe you have some other instructions. Okay, I'm done now. I have completed my template. Very simple, very easy. And I'm going to click here. I'm going to close that up. And I know it says untitled document. I'm back in my classroom right now. I know it says untitled document, but that's okay because I know that when I assign it, it's going to go ahead and give it that name, example template. What's important here, though, is this box over to the right. It says students can view file. So if I say students can view file, that means that all they can do is look at it. Nothing else. They can't do anything else with it. So I'm going to click on the little caret, so the little arrow, the little triangle. And I don't want to pick students can edit file because if I choose that one, all of the students will be editing one file. Instead, I'm going to click on Make a Copy for Each Student. And I'm going to just leave all this the way it is. So this is my classroom right now. This is all the students. I'm going to go ahead and assign it to all the students. At this point, I can give it a point system. Okay, I can do some points, 10 points. If you give it a due date, then it will show up in their list of what's coming up. If you don't give it a due date, it's not going to show up in that list. So it's a good idea to give it a due date even if you change it later. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to put that it's due on the 27th. I can put in a time if I want. I really suggest that you put 11:59 p.m. because then they have that whole day. As for topic, I did notice that when I was back in my classwork page, it was looking a little messy. So I'm going to go ahead and create a topic for this one. Create topic. I can create a rubric at this point. I can also check for plagiarism and originality. I'm going to go ahead and assign this. Click Assign. And I don't see it here. Why? Because these are all the things that are messy and haven't been put into topics yet. But here it is. And this is what it looks like for the teacher. I'm going to show you what it looks like for students now. And as you can see, the stream page looks a lot like the teacher view. I'm going to click on classwork. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Here's my example for template assignment. And when I click on it, you'll see this template, but you'll also notice that up in the top, it has changed the name to give my name. And here are my instructions. Do not erase these instructions. Please write about. And all I have to do is place my cursor after the instructions and go ahead and type it out. Okay. Let's say that I've gone ahead and completed this work. I'm going to go ahead and click on Turn In. I'm all done. I've read it over. I'm going to go ahead and turn it in. And this takes me back to my assignment. It asks me, do I want to turn in my work? Which is a great safeguard. I'm going to go ahead and click on Turn In because yes, I am sure. I know that I wrote it. I know that I read it through, and I know that it's my best work. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Turn In. And I've turned it in now. I can, as a student, click on Unsubmit. And at this point, I can add and make any changes. So I'm going to click on Unsubmit. I can go in. What I did was I just went ahead and clicked on that again, and I can go ahead and type into it again. I can also add or create other attachments. And that's it.